Hey everyone out there, I want to talk to you today about Toilet Ek Prem Katha. And again, apologies for the name butchering, which I'm pretty known to do. I happened to watch this movie recently, and honestly, my hat's off to the makers of this film. It's a very, very well-made satirical comedy with a nice social message on top of it. So let's kind of get into it, because I kind of want to talk about this. I want to give you an idea of what I'm talking about and why I think it's so good. Let's start with the name. First of all, Toilet Ek Prem Katha basically means toilet, a love story. I know, quirky title, but it works because when I get done explaining this, you'll see why it was named that, and it actually makes sense that it was named that, okay? Sadly, of course, the reality is that in most parts of rural India, women defecate on the outside in rural areas in the wee hours of the morning. So apart from issues of sanitation and hygiene, things like that, the issue also poses a major risk to the safety of women when they're out there doing their business. The Indian Prime Minister Narendra Modi floated Swachh Bharat Abhiyan, a governmental campaign to make better sanitary conditions in the country for this exact purpose, especially, of course, the focus on the eradication of open defecation in rural areas, because it's just, again, the safety issue, the sanitation issues, all those things are not good for India. The movie takes this message kind of forward with a steady dose of entertainment and emotionally charged moments to kind of get this point across, and do it in a way that, again, is satire, comedy, but also has a social message pinned onto it in the form of what I just said. So, the actual movie itself, the people that are in it. First of all, Keshav, played by Akshay Kumar. Again, I'm probably totally butchering these names. But he's the son of a superstitious village priest, and he marries Jaya, who is played by, I want to say, Bhumi Pednekar. And, basically brings her home, and then the next morning, Jaya is, of course, shocked to find that for defecation, she has to walk all the way in the wee hours of the morning into the fields to do her business. She wasn't ready for that. So, not the one to take this, lying down, or I guess squatting, so to speak. She remains adamant that she wants a toilet constructed inside the house. Keshav's father is clear that, there's not going to be any toilets inside the house. Drop the issue, ain't going to happen. But Keshav, who has not anticipated that he would face this problem in his marital life, he actually tries to make temporary adjustments without actually building a toilet. Tries to appease her, but meanwhile, of course, Jay is getting really, really frustrated and goes back to her parents' house, where there's an inbuilt toilet, because, hey, why not? I mean, she can actually live there and have comfort. She refuses to, have to be, subjugated to sub-sanitary conditions, all for the sake of, because they live out in the country. Keshav begins to understand his wife's plight, through her making this move and realizing, maybe things do need to be better. He realizes also that this is a problem for thousands of rural women in India, not just for his wife. So, at the same time, though, Jaya doesn't really care what he's realizing, doesn't really want to have anything to do with it. She files for divorce in the local court, against her husband, citing the unavailability of the toilet in her husband's house, which I didn't even know you can do that, but apparently you can. The case attracts, of course, wide media attention, and then how Keshav and Jaya use the power of their love and sacrifice to build toilets in the village forms the rest of the story. And I don't want to give it away, because, then you won't need to, watch it, but watch it, because the rest of the story is certainly very interesting how it all plays out. I mean, basically, the movie seeks inspiration of real-life cases from a certain Priyanka Bharti and Anita Nare, who ran away from their respective husbands' homes due to the non-availability of toilets, so it kind of plays off their real-life stories, and I think that's very interesting, because the movie takes what they went through and essentially tries to make it something you can laugh at, but also kind of pay attention to, so that you can go walking away from the movie thinking, I should do something about this, or something should be done about it. And I'd say, for plus points, that's a great moment for the film, that it manages to thread that balance of social commentary and humor very, very well. Also, great acting, a really good script, powerful dialogues. Akshay Kumar, Bhumi Pednekar, Sudhir Pandre, Anupam Kher, Divyendu Sharma. I think I have all the names. I'm checking out on my list here, and I apologize. But they do perfect justice for the roles. I don't have any complaints for acting. I was enthralled with what they did. As a movie scriptwriter myself, I would be honored to work with any of these people, because they did that good of a job. In fact, my favorite scene was where Bhumi Pednekar gives a fitting reply to the village ladies of why a toilet is a must in every home. Very, very, very powerful moment there in the film, and also a call to arms, if you will, for people in India to get going going on making this horrible subsanitary condition go away for women. And also too, it's I'd say it's almost borderline misogynistic. Why it just doesn't make any sense. So anyways, I want to leave you with one little bit, and that's my favorite dialogue. The movie's loaded with good one-liners, by the way, but my personal favorite, and again, going to destroy this, but I'm just going to try my best here, and I have it written down, so I'm going to look. It's Bibi Pas Chahiye to Sandas Chahiye, which means if you gotta have a wife, you gotta have a toilet inside your home. Never truer words have been spoken, my friends, because we have a saying in America, a happy wife equals a happy life. So, kind of the same thing there. Anyways, to sum up, Toilet Ek Prem Katha is a really good watch. I give it a 4 out of 5, and I'm sure you will, too, if you check it out. Hopefully you do, and that's my review of Toilet Ek Prem Katha. Enjoy.